Hi, my name is Patrick Yurko. I've been playing drums for a little over 30 years now, and I'm going to demonstrate 5 rudiments from the 26 original drum rudiments. Those rudiments are the single stroke roll, the double stroke roll, the paradiddle, the flam accent, and the drag tap. Even though I've been playing for a long time, I still use the rudiments on a regular basis, typically for warm-ups or warm-down. And they still help with developing technique, maintaining technique, improving technique. Eventually you'll be able to play faster, play more technically proficient, and you'll just be a better drummer all around by using the rudiments. The first rudiment I'd like to talk about is often thought of as the most fundamental of the rudiments, but it's also, I think, the most essential, and that's the single stroke roll. Playing a single hit with each hand alternating, just like if you were walking or running or riding a bike. It's just alternating back and forth. Okay. Now when you're playing, you want to make sure you're relaxed so that the stick does half the work for you. Notice how the stick kind of bounces back up when I hit. Okay. Work on keeping the sticks nice and even, coming up the same distance, going down the same rate, having a very similar even tone. Once you feel better about that, and then you can start increasing the speed. And I think the best way for a drummer to do this is to use a metronome. And then you can start doing quarter notes, and then half triplets, and then go to eighth notes, and so on, progress all the way up to 32nd notes, and then come back down again. So I'll just demonstrate that real quick. And once you feel comfortable with that, then you can start to increase it to eighth notes, triplets, sixteenths, and so on. But remember, keep a metronome going, keep with the beat. Okay, notice how I stayed in time. I didn't just gradually get faster or slower. And I think the advantage of doing it this way as opposed to gradually getting faster or slower is it helps you to really get a sense of time. And as a drummer, time is so important. If you want to be a good drummer, if you want to be a drummer that plays a lot in bands and makes money, time is the most important thing you can do as a drummer. Okay? The double stroke roll, you're simply adding an extra beat in each hand. Now eventually you want to play this faster. When you play it faster, what you're actually going to end up doing is having a controlled bounce with the stick. And again, you don't want to go too fast. You don't want to push it. You don't want to tense up. You want to stay as relaxed as possible. Okay, once you start feeling tense, that's a good time to slow down. Nice and even, nice and relaxed. The next rudiment I want to demonstrate is the paradiddle, which is a combination of single and double strokes. So you start off with 2 single strokes, and then you add double stroke at the end. So it's like this. Left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. So together it sounds like. If you get fast enough, then you can actually bounce that double stroke at the end. The next rudiment is called the flam accent. Now, the first thing we have to do is talk about what a flam exactly is. A flam is where you have one stick that starts very close to the head and the other stick starts at normal height. It's that second hit that actually falls on the beat. The first one is just before the beat. So in other words, if I was to really slow it down beat, and it's this one that's on the beat, so 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay. So once you can play flams, then you can try the flam accent, which you're going to add a couple single strokes to the end of a flam. And it's in a triplet feel, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So it sounds like this. Okay, now again, slow. And back up to speed. Play really relaxed, nice and light, let the stick do the work. With a single drag tap, we first need to talk about what a drag is. And it's somewhat like a flam in that you have a ghost note that precedes the beat. Now, like a flam, you're going to start off with one stick higher than the other. But this time, that first stick, the lower stick, is going to play a double stroke roll. So if we slow this down, it's right, right, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right. Okay, back to speed. The drag tap is done in an eighth note pattern. And the second beat is going to be just a single stroke roll, so it sounds like this. Okay, then you might want to add accent in there. And again, don't play any faster than you're comfortable. Keep the technique good, play lightly, keep everything even, and play with a metronome. Technique, timing are the two most important things for a drummer. Don't worry about playing too fast or playing too fancy. All that will come with time. Having great time and great technique will get you all the gigs you want.